You ever sat behind somebody at a stoplight to the point to where it almost turned back red?
Oh yeah, yeah, and you want to shoot them, but that's just not the right thing to do.
Louisiana, straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana. Let's get it.
All right, so there he is.
He's got a gun, switches it.
Boom, he's done. Dude runs up on a truck. It looks like a road rage incident. He's got a pistol in his right hand. He punches the car door with the pistol, puts the pistol in his left hand, and then it looks like he raises his right hand afterwards, like he switches. Yeah. Well, the guy in the truck has no idea that he done switch hands because he can't see him because his hands are lowered and the truck door is blocked. I'll show some of it. I just can't show the shooting. But
so from the backstory that I've heard, he was in the car with his wife of 2 weeks and his kid. Got in some road rage incident with this truck. Hops out to confront this dude in the truck with a pistol in his hand. And then as he's standing by the door, like you just said, he switches hands with the pistol and then either puts his hand in his face or points somewhere. And, I mean, the last thing that dude saw was a pistol in his right hand, and then he's swinging it up really quick. And
last thing he saw was somebody walked up to his truck with a pistol.
Well, right. And it's funny because
until you put that pistol away, you're
a fucking threat. Yep. Yeah. Well, see, when I first saw this video, I was like, man, that's a little overboard for somebody hitting your truck. But I thought he had sunglasses in his hand. And when I saw the gun, I'm like, dude, you brought that upon yourself. You know, because I seen his wife was like, oh, he didn't deserve to die this way. And it's like, well, he needs to start running up on people with guns. Because that's what happens.
He's not running up on
anybody. And it's a shame because he is a father. He's, your father, husband. But you got to act better than that.
Well, exactly.
But it was justified, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. 100%.
You saw what happened. So to say it, stay in your car.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let it go. Yeah. Have you ever had a road rage incident?
Flip them off or whatever you want to do.
No. I mean, besibe, while we're driving,
trying
maybe
to brake check.
fuck you, but no.
Yeah. Slamming on
like
your brakes.
That.
So there was a person I was getting on at the airport going westbound, going to my house. And they were passing and they didn't get over to let me get on.
When you were trying to merge on?
With my truck and trailer.
Yeah.
Right? And so I had to scoot back. I had to basically slam on brakes because they were flanking me, and they would not give me the space. They wouldn't speed up or slow down. Of course, they had the whole world to do it. I could see it, right? So I'm like, maybe if I stay here, they would move, and they just, kind of just wherever they were at. So I slam on brakes and get behind them, right? So then I could see them, like, looking up like that, and all of a sudden, they slammed on their brakes, and they like, pointing and doing like this and doing like that, and I'm like, if I hit the gas, it wouldn't be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, if I bumped them, I'd bump them off of the road. I have an evil mind, right? I'll let it go. Don't get out
because I think we've all been in those kind of situations.
Yeah.
I thought you was leading to some
like
shit
this.
because I'm not getting out of my car.
Right.
And if you come up to mine like that,
it's going to be bad.
Yeah, buddy in the truck.
I don't know what the
Had the right
fuck
idea.
he thought was going to be the consequences of run up on a truck with a pistol. For one, I'm assuming everybody's armed because I am.
Absolutely.
Well, because
You know what
you win if you belittle the guy.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
but you
but-
can't get that out, that mentality like
And when
out
you
of you.
Right.
But here's
He
what happens.
belittled him, but he ain't win.
Here's what happened when you play stupid games.
You win stupid prizes.
And I was going to say, as far as like road rage and shit, like I feel like I've definitely gotten a lot calmer on the road since I turned 21 and started carrying a pistol everywhere.
Just
absolutely.
Just do me a
And it's
favor,
just
man,
like,
and please
hey, do
let
what you
it
do.
go.
I don't care.
No matter what they do, I don't care. I'd rather hear that you got held up for a couple of minutes. You know what I mean? I'd rather you hear say, "Hey, look, I'm hungry now because I couldn't feed myself because I got held up, and I can't go to the normal place that I go to because now they're closed. Feed me." I'd rather do that. We talk about it than say have somebody else call and say, "Oh, what happened to such and such?" He jumped out of his car because some dude was holding him up, and then all of a sudden, people. Stoplights? You ever sat behind somebody at a stoplight to the point to where it almost turned back red?
Oh, yeah. And you want to shoot them, but that's just not the right thing to do.
So you saying it's wrong?
No, but my mentality changed when I started thinking, like I just said, that to me, everybody has a gun.
Yeah.
I am not risking that shit over no traffic. That's where my mind's been since once I was an adult.
Yeah.
Like everybody's carrying.
Exactly.
I'm just going to assume that, and it keeps me out of a lot of fucking trouble.
Yeah, and I'm just like, unless it gets to the point where you're phically stopping me from moving on and you're getting out of your car, then
there's plenty of times I want to do what that guy did in the green, but I'm looking at it like that guy in that white truck probably has a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's lucky he didn't get shot before it got that far. Well, I guess he ain't lucky either way because he's dead. But I'm saying I'm surprised.
Neither one of them are lucky.
Hey,
in that
he
instance.
folded his fucking ass with that first shot.
Oh, it only
too.
took. It's a shame,
but
man.
You're not lucky. He got the gift of being able to go home, and the other one didn't. But neither one of them.
Neither one of them. No, because
that.
by all accounts, the guy was a good guy, the one that lost his life.
Yeah.
But apparently he had a temper issue, and this is what it led to, man. Calm the fuck down in public. It ain't worth it.
And not only that, but the guy in the green shirt. So he caused a lot of grief for his own family and for that other family too.
Oh yeah, now this guy in the truck has to live with
that.
This.
He just shot some father and some husband.
You probably got to see that, and then just think about it. If they're in a small community, the guy in a white truck has to see the green shirt guy's kids.
Yeah,
and people do have tempers, and I watch. I've said it a couple times, but there's a channel, Active Self Protection, and he talks about it all the time. Like, you never know what kind of day somebody else is having.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. You got to assume, we all have bad days, and you never know who's on that edge.
Yeah, you may both be having a bad day, and it's just a perfect clash, and somebody doesn't go home.
How do they say that? They say, assume the worst,
yes,
and hope for the best.
Yeah,
right.
And I do.
Always.
Constantly.
Absolutely.
Like I said, there's plenty of times I've wanted to get out of my vehicle on people, but it's like, it ain't worth dying over. It's just not because somebody cut you off.
Yeah, and even if you're green shirt and you shoot, you're either going to die or you're going to jail for murder. Like, he is in a lose-lose situation right there. Damn. There is no winning there.
No.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it is.
I just can't imagine. I don't know.
What could really get you that?
Yeah, like what drives you to that point to get out of your vehicle with a gun to go approach somebody that whatever. What did he do in traffic? What was the story?
Hey, there was never any backstory that far of what happened. It was just, it started at there was a road rage incident, and this is what came up. And I mean, like, you think
probably
about
wouldn't let him over to turn right there or something stupid,
No, he blocked him off. He stopped him and blocked him off.
He cut in front of him.
Yeah, and there's just
cut
nothing
him off
that
to get out to run up to his truck with a gun.
There's nothing that should get you to that point, because if there's any point where you're getting out of your vehicle with a gun, going at another driver, you should have been shooting by the back bumper of the black car. Like, you know what I mean?
No, he did the right. He did the right thing.
Talking about if it was necessary.
But I'm saying, yes, if
he did the right
wasn't
thing
necessary for him to shoot him by the time he got out of that car, then there's no reason to get out the car. Keep going.
Well, you could have kept driving for one.
That's what I'm saying. So keep going. There's no reason to get out.
I'm trying to see, is that like a sushi place behind him? Oh, no, never mind. I thought it said like Miyagi's or something. Mint. Yeah, never mind. I got excited. I was like, ooh, sushi.
Sush.
You say Miyagi? Miyagi. What, is next to Daniel's son?
I'm thinking sushi. Look how close he is to that shit. Don't know how close he is to death right there. That's a shame.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Just a hothead with a gun in his hand. But you can see, like I said, he switched the gun, so he had no intentions, it looks like, on using it right there. But that driver had no clue because he raised that hand like that. And that's it, dude. He had all the right in the world to end his life, which he did.
And that's why they tell you, do not pull it out if you don't plan on using it.
As long as he was standing.
That's what happens.
When you have a weapon in your hand and you're facing someone, you're the threat.
Yeah, well, you made a good point. If you're going to pull it out, be prepared to use it, because that's what happens. When you go out trying to be a badass just to show it off, that's what happens.
Yeah, because as soon as you brandish it, you're the threat now.
Yeah.
And if anybody terminates it, that's on you.
Where was this at?
It's terminated.
No,
I don't know.
But I believe in. Hold up, but y'all make a good point. I believe in pulling it without using it.
Certain instances,
if I pull it, look, like, so if I have it, and then if I have to, because I don't want to shoot you, Brad.
The only way
I want, Brad,
and I have done that.
It's like, look,
honestly,
I want you to stop. I want you to stop. I'm gonna pull out and I'm gonna point it down like this, and I'm like, please, bro. I'm begging. I'm not asking you. I'm begging you.
Well, I'll tell
please.
you a story. I've done that, and I actually had the police called on me. But I pulled up at a gas station. I went in the gas station. I was coming out, and there were a group of people sitting outside, and they asked me for a ride. I don't know these fucking people. There's like 5 of them. And being a smart ass, I kind of looked at them, and I was younger, and I grinned, and I was like, basically like, nah, fuck no. Well, they didn't like that. So they get up off the bench and start walking at me, cussing and shit. Well, I made it to my car by then, and I grabbed a pistol.
Yeah.
And I pointed it out the window. I said, don't keep walking. And they kind of just cussing me and shit. Well, the gas station attendant saw me pull a gun.
Right.
Apparently got my license plate. About 30 minutes after I get home, the sheriff's at my fucking front door asking me if I pulled a gun on people. I told the cops I did, but there wasn't no rounds in it. It wasn't loaded. And that's the first thing he told me. Well, that don't make no sense. First of all, don't ever pull a gun if you're not
ready to roll.
But everybody says that pull
He's
a gun
like,
out.
look, he goes, are you aware there were juveniles in that crowd? I said, I didn't care who was in it.
Yeah.
There was fucking, 6, 7, 8 of them approaching my vehicle. I don't know who these people are. And then they went on about their business. I mean, it didn't charge me. Now, I pulled my name up like years later in the legal system, and I saw that it was on there like I had been charged with it. Like brandishing a firearm, but I never did get a ticket, never got arrested or
Ain't
anything.
that lovely? So when the police pull you over, that's the first thing that comes back.
Well, it's weird because it's not on there now. It's not on my record,
Oh,
but
it's
at
there.
one point,
Well-
it actually pulled up when I was searching myself on the court system just out of
Right.
boredom one day, and I'm like, wait a second, I
Right.
never got charged with that. They questioned me.
There must have been a report.
Went on
written.
about their business,
Right.
you know what I mean? But
Right.
he did tell me, he said, don't ever pull a gun when it's not loaded. He said, what sense does that make? And I'm like, well, I wasn't
Right.
trying to
It's a
shoot
deterrent.
nobody.
Yeah.
And it was. So I get what you're saying. There is certain circumstances where I guess you can pull it without, but they do say if you pull it, expect to use it.
Yes.
No. On two,
Because
well,
if you're
I mean,
not expecting to use it, you run into his situation where he did not want to shoot that guy in
Yeah.
that truck, but he
The other
didn't
dude had a
expect that
gun.
guy to shoot him.
Yeah,
so
so-
the guy knew he had a gun. Dude wasn't planning on using it,
get
and he
that.
got shot in the fucking face.
But like in his situation, once you pose a threat to me, I'll see your threat and then I'll up you one. And I'm like, I don't. In other words, who are these people, these killers? They say, oh, if you don't pull your gun, I expect. No, I'm trying to stop this dude
I
from
think
doing
they
what he's
mean
doing.
if you pull a gun, expect that situation. Because I could have did that at that gas station, and one of them could have had a firearm. So if
Absolutely.
I'm sitting there with an unloaded gun,
Right.
pulling it,
Oh, I
and
don't
then
know
they
about that.
pull one, and it's like, well, your dumb ass shouldn't have pulled that gun
Yeah.
without
100%.
having a bullet in the fucking.
I'm gonna give you a stupid scenario. I hope this doesn't make the cut.
Well, don't give it.
You're sitting on
'Cause
your
it's
porch.
making it.
You're sitting on your porch, right, minding your business, and a pretty large guy comes up the stairs, right, and then he kind of faces off with me. Pretty large. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. He's giving me that 10,000 mile stare,
What color is it?
right? Don't do that.
I couldn't resist. Just all right, any man.
So, yeah, white dude, ex-cop, right?
He's
Drunk off his ass,
Yeah.
you know?
Talk to him.
And yeah, and I can't talk to him and I can't hit him. He's physically fit, right?
Yeah.
And what am I doing? So I'm gonna shoot him dead because he's having a bad day.
Yeah.
No.
So stand
No,
up,
but suppose you pull it.
stand up, pull my gun. Listen, stand up. So he's on the stairs and I am up on my porch.
Sure.
So I see him, I hear him as he's rambling and mumbling and doing or yelling or whatever the hell he's doing, and he's coming up the stairs because he's got rage or he's not. I'm talking to him and trying to talk him down, and he's coming up the stairs. He thinks he's gonna whip somebody's ass because he's having problems with his
Ain't
old
gonna
lady
be
or whatever,
mine.
right? Stand up, pull it out, hold it down, and I say, bruh, I'm protecting myself and protecting my family. If you come any closer, it's going in your chest,
Right.
right? That might turn that dude around.
Might not though.
If it don't turn him around, then I still have the ability.
Right. And that's the point they
To
make.
put it
They're
down.
not saying if you pull it, use it. They're
Yeah.
saying be prepared
Oh, yeah,
to
to
use
use
it.
it.
Yeah, that's what they
Absolutely.
But a
mean.
lot of them are
like,
saying that-
don't
that-
just pull it to bluff because that motherfucker may be on something and
Yeah.
call you
Oh, I'm
bluff.
not- yeah.
What are they always on? PCP or something back when
Yes,
we were young?
it's always
Yeah.
PCP.
PCP.
Hey, you know what else too? I always expected to catch him on fire when I was a kid.
They'll fight a whole police
Yeah,
force.
still stop, drop, and roll.
Oh,
Remember that?
yeah. They did teach
You
you
even,
that.
you even heard of them. Why you shaking your head? Yes.
I think they said that's what Rodney King bringing that old shit up, that he was high on that PCP shit.
He
and
was,
he
yeah.
just
It was
would
like
not.
trying to
And
stop, drop, and
you're
roll.
watching this video like, dude, just stop.
Right.
Stop.
Yeah,
they
the
were
PCP.
beating the fuck out that man.
know if
Motherfuckers
he
that get
was
shot
feeling
like
that
6,
pain,
7
though.
times and like
yeah,
still
I
be
mean,
coming at them.
No, he just could take a ass whipping real
Yeah, I
good.
don't
Is that
think
what
he
it was?
Yeah,
He enjoyed it?
You know how he got off on that trial, right? So he was trying to stop him.
Because they were all white
he helped-
cops and all white jury. And
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly how they got
everybody
off.
knows how they got off. So
But he
I
was
mean,
laying on the ground and he did like this, and the cop said that was when he was threatening.
No,
After
they
it
beat the
was-
fuck out that dude. He
That's
was
how they-
crawling on his hands and knees.
Go
man.
back and
and
read.
they-
That's what I thought you were trying to say,
Go
that
back-
they were like trying to put a fire out or something.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
he was
no,
on
I don't
fire.
think so.
No, he was that was one of the first times ever, man, that when a video camera shit came into play, because that was the last thing them fucking cops were thinking.
Oh,
is that
yeah,
because it just wasn't
absolutely.
prevalent back
No, it
then.
really
you know what I
wasn't.
mean? And
Back
dude,
in the
they whipped
80s,
and they
yeah.
still got off.
Yeah.
Still got off.
But you got to see what I'm trying to tell you is the reason why they got off is because they beat him all the way down on the ground, and while he was laying down on all fours, he did like this, and the cops was like, "That's the threat."
Yeah, but that ain't why there's no juror looked at that and said, "Yeah, I believe him." That shit was totally race fucking. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, it was.
Them cops should have all been fucking down.
Yeah,
for that.
well,
'Cause you watch that video, and I can't put it on here either because I don't know if they gonna show.
No,
that, but it's bad.
You probably got to bleep when you say Rodney King's bleep.
And they maybe young people listening don't have Google it.
That's
Google
the video
Rodney
they
King
were
and
like
watch that
filming
shit.
over the
Right.
fence, right?
I think it was
the chick was like filming
I think they were
between
in
the
their
trees
house.
or something.
Yeah, they was
They
filming.
were filming out of a window.
Right.
And
On the interstate, right? He was on the interstate.
yeah, or the little road, a highway, whatever it was. They were. Yeah, they went off on.
Did you see the documentary about about what led up to all of the riots and all of that? What was going on and about the Rampart division of Rampart, the Rampart division? We have a street called Rampart, New Orleans.
Yeah.
All right, but no, it's not that. The Rampart division is a division of the police in LAPD,
Okay.
and they were the most corrupt
I got
police.
you. So it
force.
wasn't just Rodney
And
King.
what was going on is Beverly Hills in that neighborhood is right next to one another,
Yeah.
and so anybody black, that's where the whole racial profiling stuff came in, and the cops was trying to preserve this side of town by keeping that side of town at bay through heavy-handed police tactics.
Yeah.
And of course, St. Tammany Parish had the same thing going on over here, except St. Tammany Parish got away with it because
Well, so did they for
it's
a
the
long
South,
time.
and it's 70% white.
Because I forgot. I was funny. We were sitting there talking about Rodney King, and I forgot about those riots until you just said
Yeah.
it. But
That's why the
have
trucker
you
got
ever
his ass
seen?
whooped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
so
yeah.
they acquitted
Yeah.
all 4 of those police officers, and after that, they burned the city down.
was
Yeah.
on, yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember that because that was like it was just 24-hour news coverage. They were
Oh,
fucking that place up.
They
And
did.
any white person that was caught in that
yeah.
area, they were
Yeah.
done for. They
Yeah.
beat that fucking
Reginald Denny.
Reginald Denning. Yeah,
Reginald
that's another
Denny.
one. I
Yanked
won't
him out
pull
the
up,
truck.
but if you haven't seen it,
They
Google
pulled him
it.
out of that truck. Yeah. That's
Terrible.
sad, man.
Innocent man.
Yeah.
That's sad. But the police caused that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The police caused that, and I'm not trying to be anti-cop. Don't please.
No, I'm anti
please.
fucking beat the shit out of people when they're
The cops was they had heavy-handed police tactics don't work. It just flat out don't work. And what happens is, even if it does work for society, it creates people who have a PTSD type mentality about it. Right? I'll never see the police the same after what they was doing here.
Yeah.
Get it? Am I anti-cop now? No, I haven't been for quite some time. Was I at one point? Yeah. The thing of it is I didn't have the propensity to try to go pick up a gun. I didn't start carrying guns, even messing with guns, until the last couple of years now, right? But before that, I never had if I had my hands on any gun, it was somebody else's. But there are other people who go take shit way further than I do.
Yeah.
So please, if you're a cop, don't violate anybody's constitutional rights.
Because
wanna
next
say-
time you pull Bougie over, he's
No!
gonna not let
Don't
you
pull me
take
over.
him alive.
Bullshit.
And you're gonna have a shootout.
Don't say that bullshit.
Right?
No.
I
Hell
think
no.
they gave Rodney King like $5 million, and then he like
Something like-
smoked it all up in crack. Or
Wow.
something. He was
Damn.
just having these big
Yeah.
fucking parties.
Yeah.
And what's going on, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Plenty more content coming. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do it now. If you have, we really appreciate it. Means the world to us. B.S.ing with the guys. Y'all be good.
Straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana. Straight from the swamps, straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana. Straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana. Let's get it.